Most of the time when people hear the term serial killer, they think it's just a person who killed a bunch of other people. And then when you add the term serial killer and mass murder together, they think it's just the same exact thing, which is false. The FBI said that a serial killer is a person who kills and then takes a small break, either like a few days, months, weeks, or even years, and then kills again. A mass murderer is just a person who kills at least 4 people at one time. Solving cases and figuring out who the murderer is not as easy as it seems. Some serial killers are never caught, or it takes many years to be able to find them. For instance, the Zodiac Killer, Jack the Ripper, and the Unabomber. First of all is the Zodiac Killer. He operated in the 1960s and the 1970s in North Carolina. His victims were shot, stabbed, and beaten to death. He sent taunting letters to the press and to the police, and then on August 7th of 1969, he signed it the Zodiac, which first gave him his name. He also put a symbol of a circle with a cross through it. In his letters, he included some ciphers, and out of the 4 that he sent, only 1 was ever actually solved. He claimed to have killed 37 people, but the police only suspected 20 to 28 people. Out of those people, 5 were only confirmed and 2 survived. Although many claim to know who the Zodiac Killer was, he was never caught. Captain Steve Blower of the Napa County Security Office reported, "This case is still open, and we still do accept tips or leads that may have bearing on the case." Second is Jack the Ripper, who operated in 1888 through 1891. He slashed his victims' throats, had jagged wounds in his abdomen, and left other marks from the knife used. Although many letters were sent to the police claiming to be Jack the Ripper, they could never confirm who was it. Although Jack the Ripper could be at least 1 person or maybe even more. Throughout the time that he killed, there's an unknown amount of victims. There were 5 in 1888, 6 in between 1888 to 1891, but they're not sure if they're connected. There could be other victims as well, but they are never related. They don't know if they're related to the case. Although they had suspects and people who admitted to it, they were not able to catch who did the murders. Third was the Unabomber, who operated in 1978 to 1995. He sent 16 bombs to different airports and universities and killed 3 people and injured 23 others. On the FBI website, they talked about how they come up with the name of the Unabomber, and it refers to the university and airline bombing targets. He started to write his manifesto, which ended up with his arrest. His brother Dave Kaczynski thought it was him the whole time, but they weren't sure until they read his manifesto and he realized it was his writing and turned him into the police. When the police searched Ted Kaczynski's house, they found many other bombs, along with one that was ready to be sent. Ted Kaczynski was accepted into Harvard at the age of 16, had his PhD from the University of Michigan, and was an assistant professor at the University of California, Berkeley by the age of 26. In 1996, Ted Kaczynski was arrested for killing for 18 years. He now serves 8 life sentences and with no parole. Although it may seem easy to figure out serial killers by the clues they leave, the Zodiac Killer, Jack the Ripper, and the Unabomber show the complete opposite. Although the Unabomber was caught, it still took 18 years to catch him, and they only caught him with the help of his brother. Despite having victims survive or people seeing them, the serial killers find ways to escape and remain anonymous, making it easier to never be caught.